So in this, we are going to learn how to drag this particular A-line dress you are seeing, and it's going to have loops on the at the side, and you can see how beautiful it's looking like. So if this is something you want to learn, please keep watching till the end of this video, and please subscribe to this channel so that you can get notified each time we have videos to upload, and turn on your notification bell to get notified as well. If you're a return subscriber, thank you so much for sticking with us. Thank you so much for watching. Now let's dive into the tutorial without wasting much time. Hello everyone, you are welcome to today's tutorial. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to cut and sew this simple A-shaped gown, and I'm using about almost 2 yards of fabric here. So I folded it into 4 because I'll be cutting the front and the back together. So I folded it into 4, and I'm going to measure the full length I want. So the full length I'm working with is 55 inches. So I'm going to add about 2 inches for sewing allowance. So after bringing out the full length of the dress, I'm just going to mark my shoulder and my sleeve measurement because it's going to be a cut together. So now I'm going to, so right now my shoulder is 16 divided by 2. I'm going to mark a straight line first so I can have a straight line. So from the straight line, I'm going to mark 8 inches as my shoulder measurement, and I'm going to add extra. So the sleeve is going to be about 6 inches for the sleeve. So right now, from this part here, I'm going to come down by 1 inch for slanting. I'm just going to slant it to meet the starting line. So from here, I'm going to mark 8 inches as my round sleeve measurement. And just from this part, from the shoulder line, I'm going to measure 3 inches as the neck width and 4 inches as the neck depth. I did this because I want the front and the back neckline to be the same. So if you don't want the front neckline and the back neckline to be the same, you can decide to reduce the back neckline. But for me, I want the front neckline and the back neckline to be the same. That is the reason why I marked 4 inches for both the front and the back. I'm not going to add any zip to this dress because it's going to be a free dress. So right on my chest line, I'm going to measure my bust measurement. My bust is 36. 35 divided by 4 is going to give me 8.5, and I'm going to add 2.5 inches to it, and my waist is 30 divided by 4. It's going to give me 7.5, and I'm going to add 2.5 inches to it. And just on my hip area, I'm going to mark 23 inches as the hip line, and I'm going to divide my hip. My hip is 36, and when I divide it by 4, it's going to give me 9, and I'm going to add 2.5 inches to it as sewing allowance. And I'm just going to connect the lines like this. You see, so from this sleeve, round sleeve here, I'm just going to blend it into the dress. So the fabric I'm using is a crepe fabric. So right now I'm just going to the down part, going to shift it this way, and at the hip, the hemline, I'm going to do whatever I have here at the hip line. This is the hip measure, the hip area. I have 12 inches, so I'm going to add 2.5 inches to it at this bottom part. So I'm going to mark 12 inches plus 2.5 inches. So this is it, and I'm going to connect it to the hip area. So but before then, I'm going to mark the full length of the dress. So the full length I'm working with, like I said, is 55 plus 2 inches is 57 inches. So this is where I'm going to start, and I'm just going to connect the lines to meet with the hip line. So this is the hip line here, and I'm just going to connect it this way. So you can see, so I'm just going to cut it off. So I'm going to cut from this starting line like this. So I'm going to cut the neck line. So I'm going to separate this part here. So this is it. So this is both the front and the back piece. So at the waistline, I'm just going to measure. I'm going to bring out the waistline measurement. So I'm going to mark 15 inches as the waistline measurement. This is it. And just from this waistline measurement, I'm going to place my tape like this. So I'm going to mark. This is where I want to add the loops, and I'm going to use about 4 loops. So I place my tape on the waistline directly, and from the waistline I have 2. So I'm going to mark one upward and one downward. So from these 2 here, I came up by 1, and from this one I came up by 1 again, which is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Already I have the center line, which is the waistline, and I'll do the same thing to this other side too. So this is it. I have 4 lines now. So the first thing I'm going to do is to join the shoulder of the front and the back piece together with ½ inch on both sides, following the chalk line. So here I'm done sewing the shoulder lines together. So what I'm going to do right now is to fold the sleeve area together like this, and further fold it again and sew on the line on both sides. So I didn't fold my sleeve anymore, but what I did was to attach a band to it. So this band is just 1 inch wide, but when I cut it opened, when it was open like this, it was 2 inches, but after folding it become 1 inch. So after doing it this way, I'm going to use this fabric here to create the loops, and this is 1 inch, okay, 1.5 inch, and I'm just going to fold it this way and fold it again and refold again, and it's going to give me a very tiny loop. So let me sew it. So these are the loops, and I'm going to cut it by 2 inches long. So after folding it, it's going to give me 1 inch. So I'm going to cut it this way. So I'm just going to fold it like this. And I'm just going to cut it like this. So I'll just be cutting it till I'll get the number I want. And so when I'm done cutting the loops, I'm just going to bring my fabric this way, and I'll turn to the wrong side, as you can see. So I'm going to bring out the waist area. I'm going to bring out, so these are the lines that I marked. I'm going to notch it so that I won't make any mistake. So you should go ahead and notch yours so that it will be easy for you to understand. So right now I'm going to take my loops, fold it like this, and I'm going to place it on this notched area, and I'm going to pin it with my pins. So I'll do the same thing to all the loops on the both sides. So after attaching the loops this way, I'm going to turn the fabric like this to the wrong side. You can see the loops are on the right side, and I'm going to turn it to the wrong side like this, and from this sleeve area, so from this sleeve area here, I'm going to mark 1 inch across till the down on the both sides, and that is where I'm going to sew sew on. So I'm going to sew my stitch 1 inch on this side and 1 inch on the other side. So here I've attached the loops. So I used 4 loops on both sides. So right now the next thing I'm going to do is to use a bias to turn the neckline. I'm going to use a bias to turn the neckline. So right now I'm done finishing the neckline with a bias tape. You can see how neat it is. So the next thing I will do is to hem the down part with 1 inch. I'm going to fold this like this and fold again. So I'm going to sew it round. So here I'm done hemming the down part. So the next thing I did was to bring a straight strip of fabric of about 60 inches. And now I'm going to fold it, and the length is 2 inches wide. And I'm going to fold it inside, fold it again like this, and I'm going to fold again, and I'm going to stitch it down. This is going to serve as the rope that I'm going to insert on the loops of the dress. So I'm done creating the rope. So I'm just going to put it inside the loops like this, and I'm going to make it in form of a cross. So you can see, and I'm going to bring this one to this other side. It's like this rope is not going to be long enough, so you can make yours 70 inches. Yes, you can make it 70 inches long. Mine is 60 inches long. So use 70 inches for your own so that it will be enough for you to sew. So this is how I'm going to make it crisscross till the end. So let me put it on and show you how it's going to look like. So this is the outcome of the dress. This is the front part. You can see how fitted it's looking on the front area. And for the neck, I love how it looks like. This is the back part. You can see how the neck is on the back area. And this is the loops. So I don't actually, I'm not with mirror here, so I don't really know how it's looking like. So after making, you can see that the rope is not long enough. So if you have watched this video to this extent and you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel so you can see how beautiful it's looking like. I actually love this dress because it came out well. So the yards I use is just 1 yard and 24 inches. So this is all for this dress, and you can see how beautiful it is. Bye.